thing's freaking awesome.
It's kind of it's half 801 and half 80. And at the time I did it, I didn't have a good top, the proper black top with a better air filter, which I actually gave you. So you can, return that and go back to the better filter. And it's, if you're actually going to use it a lot, it's probably worth doing.
Yeah.
Because that the filter holder should be in that box. So it's a much better filter setup. But it's I got the big brother to that, which is the 90, which I'll have to next time want to play around, with something like that. But you can hog in with those.
Yeah, that thing's got obviously good compression. I could hardly get it started before until we got a little gas in there. I think it's got awesome compression.
This thing hasn't run 4 or 5 years.
Runs good though now.
Yeah.
And I think that's just proof that good running saws is not something that's new. That's a good running saw, and it was built, what, 30, 40 years ago?
Yeah, at least. We're going back to the 70s.
See, I wouldn't put that down. I'd just keep running it. There's nothing about that saw that says, I gotta go get a new saw and continue. You know that?
Yeah.
Good saw. Cool. Thank you, Bob.
You're welcome. compression gauge.
Yeah. All right. that chain's got 2 tanks of blocking over there. So it has enough power to pull through that. I think it's doing pretty good.
How many tanks you got on that?
2.
This is number 2 for this one.
Yeah, so they're roughly the same. You can no doubt push on this one. You can push pretty hard on it. So what we have here is the beauty and the beast, I think. This thing here is a very strong saw, and this is Bob's 48mm build. And I'll let him talk about some of the things he did to it, but this is a really, really cool saw. You might have noticed it runs pretty good too. I think this is going to show better when we do like a Woodland.
Yeah, it might.
I bet this
I had to
runs
check
like
that
a
with
50.
the tack. I didn't check that. I don't really know where that's in. I put a different coil in it.
It runs good.
Got rid of that X-Torq coil. So.
They run about the same in my hand.
That's got a nice snarl to it.
And both of them are ever so slightly modified. Nothing you couldn't do with the tools from Lowe's. Everything is simple stuff, you know. And I'm still missing my filter holder, so I can't complete the saw. But really, this is just about having some fun, you know. So what's your takeaway?
Hey, is this a good day to be in the woods?
Yeah.
Well, the takeaway. Yeah, this is a 565 side cover. We got a bunch of these things because, you know, when you get the wrap kits for the 565 or the 572, you get the big fat 576 West Coast side cover, which now has the rough silver paint. So I thought that would look a little different on there.
I think it looks sharp.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It kind of close in color to the Jonsered black, but
No, I want one of those.
okay. Yeah, so I guess I first explain the rationale behind these 48s, which was originally, we know that a lot of them were getting tossed away for Chinese big bore kits. And the idea was, hey, this is an awful good, you know, starting point to work with on these. So then we decided we had to have red ones, so that's what we got.
Yeah.
So today we're just playing with those.
They both run good.
Yep, this is only on really its second tank.
Same there.
And not even, the first one was just probably not a full tank. So they both got breaking in to do.
But,
I mean, break-in is more than 2 tanks.
yeah. Because I figure if it gets up around 165 or so, that'll be where the other saw was. I'll be happy with it. And I don't know, for whatever reason, it revs. That one there, it revs right out. It shouldn't, because it's got an X-Torq ignition on it.
Yeah.
But Bob put a tack on it, and what'd you get?
It was Like 13,440.
Yeah. It should be on the rev limiter at that point.
It sounds like it does when you were revving it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the way that one's running.
Nope.
Well, they're both running good. And here again, what we were talking about before, that the target for either one of these is if either of these runs with a stock 372, then we get the target.
I can tell you right now that they both do.
Oh yeah, well I think they run better than
Yeah.
a stock, which was really the objective there.
The one difference I saw was on Bob's, I could lean right into it. I could push right on it. Mine liked the rev a little more. His, you could push right on it. There's a very subtle difference in that. I think you could throw a blanket over the times. Mine's got a time on the chain, and Bob's got a Bob sharpening on his chain. So they're about even. Anyway, that was fun. That's a good running saw right there. And I think the biggest difference between Bob's and mine is they run about the same, but his is prettier, unfortunately. Mine definitely looks redneck. That stupid air filter sticking out like that. But
well, you could
we'll
call
get
like
there.
The K&N modification. Somebody would find that impressive.
All right, let's get some food going. I'm hungry.
Is the fire going enough for that?
I'll find out. I think you're going to find that shows real well noodling.
Started with the McCulloch.
Rub it in. Rub it in.
No, I'm not. That's not a dig on you. Half of that was with the yellow saw. This has got plenty of power.
They both do, Bob. They both run real good. Yeah, maybe try it on a real log like that one. So that one will use all 20 inches of the bar too.
Yeah, these are a little bit longer.
Yeah, I would say that those are absolutely successful builds.
What?
I'd say those are absolutely successful builds, both of them.
Oh yeah.
And I was saying before, I think they vibrate less than the 372 does. They certainly do less than the X-Torq does.
They use less fuel.
They do. They don't. Mine doesn't use hardly at all. Yeah, I'm looking at 372 power with 60 cc vibration. Is what I see on that saw. Both of them. And I'm not lacking for power, especially from the stockers. You know, a stock X-Torq or even original edition. These aren't lacking for power at all. But they weigh less and they vibrate less.
Sip fuel.
So there's some actual reasons to do this other than me and Bob just trying to be contrarian.
Yeah, we found a replacement for displacement. They said it couldn't be done.
Compression. You know, one thing I've always noticed is every time we do messing around with saws, for whatever reason, mine always ends up in the path of the chips.
It's in the chip stream. Well, actually, it was the stuff coming out of the top, and I just ripped this one.
Try to grind off the flare or the mushroom on the back of that darn thing so they don't turn into big old chunks of metal that fly off and hit me. So Harbor Freight yet again comes to the rescue. Bought another one of these to add to the set. And I got the 5 amp hour battery, which is an option. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter. It makes a big difference. I've beat on this now for what, 2 years? Hadn't died yet. You know, if I get a year out of a $20 axe, I'm doing good, you know. If I get 2 years, that's $10 a year. We're into year number 3. And I beat on that thing. Man, there it is. Tell you what, whoever makes these, I don't know who makes these things. I can't even remember where I got it. I don't know if I got this at Walmart or Tractor Supply, one of them. It was a piece of crap. Well, at least that's what I thought. Yeah, and it's actually proving its worth. It's been hammered on for quite some time now. Came out of the garden. Had to pick it before it freezes. Now this chain here has got, I guess, going on 4 tanks on it now. This is the new Oregon. Yeah, it seems like it lasts pretty well. I mean, LGX was really good. You can see those little grooves where it picks up the oil and brings it up into the bearings. You can see the cute little Oregon logo, right? But I'm liking that chain more and more the more I use it. And here I am a couple years later, still using VersaCuts. I think they're worth every penny. I almost rather have them than the so-called professional level power matches, even though I can't replace tips. Partly because I haven't worn one out yet. And I had sent a couple of these off to a logger. Matt, you've seen him on the video from time to time. And I'll tell you what, he ran one until it looked like every inch of it was filed. And it was still making chips. So these things last. They've worked out pretty good. I've heard some people say that because it's a laminate, it should delaminate. I'm sure there'll be some statistically that do, but my experience with these so far have been excellent. Just kind of tooling around now. Bob and I were going back through some of the places we had done minis over the years. This is the one we had done the Origins get together on. Let me straighten up the camera some. And got looking at that tree, and we had cut a lot of it, but we never completely finished it. I don't know why. So That's the cover off the 556?
565.
565. I think I had misspoke before. I think I like that. Definitely want to get one of those. And this is a Spike Special Muffle mod. Tired yet?
Oh yeah.
It's been a good day. These little saws, they rip. Don't have a whole lot of video of them, but trust it. They run really good. Both of them do. And
well, they came out nice.
yeah.
Made use of something that everybody discounts is not enough or a step down, and this not. We have fun with these.
Yeah, my takeaway on this is, I mean, it easily runs with a 372 standard, and his has got a little more punch in the bottom, from what I can tell, just a initial impression. And this one has enough. I don't think I'd need any more saw for really anything that I do, but my takeaway is it has enough power, and I didn't get tired running the saw. I got tired swinging a freaking axe.
Yeah, the morning session was there was a lot going on there. It was too much work.
I think it's the first time I can remember Bob saying that we actually did enough work. Usually he's like, you know, we didn't do anything today except for gab.
Well, we earned the right to BS the rest of the day.
That's it.
We hit it early, before lunch.
Did not change. Plug's a nice chocolate brown. Could probably lean that out just a little bit, it'd be fine if I was really shooting for more power. But the takeaway for me on all this is it runs good enough that even though that number is lower than I like, it's like, does it really matter? I mean, we can get in there and do all kinds of work, but the way it runs, is it even worth the effort? And that's a question that I have to ask myself, and actually Bob has been saying that for years. The only reason I'm even slightly disappointed with the build has nothing to do with the way it runs. It's that stupid thing right there.
No, it's really low because you're like, it's like a garden hose hooked up to a gauge.
Yeah, that's almost 190 on this old saw right here. That's why it's a beast. Look at that. Wow. It definitely needs to get cleaned up in a carb kit. You know, fuel lines and stuff. And Bob gave this to me. What a cool old saw. What a beast. It was a good day. A lot of fun. And those 48s performed quite well. We all had fun running them. And I think the takeaway for me is sometimes just leave well enough alone. Even though the numbers don't come up the way I want in the compression gauge, the way that saw runs, who cares? The only reason I'd even consider doing anything different is because of what I see on the compression gauge versus how it runs in the wood. And I think I have to practice what I preach and not spend so much time worrying about the numbers and just enjoy the saw the way it is. It runs really nice. Strong saw. So anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.